Alright, full on Buffy series review in 3, 2, 1.
Good day, everybody on YouTube. How are we doing today?
We sure hope that everybody's doing absolutely beautiful today. Not her boobs, Buffy. Buffy. That's what we're talking about today, Buffy. Not
Anyways.
Boobies. Don't forget to stay positive, stay in the mindset, everybody. And we're gonna go ahead and hop right on to Buffy, the series review. Not spoilers, of course, because we no spoilers on this channel. Leave it out of the comment section below, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But it's Buffy time. One last Buffy time. It's Buffy time. That's the last Buffy time, guys, because there's no more Buffy time. It's all said and done. We already watched the series. It's good.
Yeah.
Now let's get into it. And for all the people that aren't Buffy fans or don't watch Buffy, sorry guys, this vlog may not be for you.
Well, and if you never thought that you would be interested in Buffy, maybe this review will help you.
That's true.
It was really awesome because I remembered season 1 through 5 really well. 6 was a little shoddy, and 7, I don't think I saw much of it at all. So watching the series end was kind of new for me, just like it was for him.
It's completely brand new for me. It was brand new, spanking new, seeing it for the very, very first time. To me, honestly, it's something that I would completely rewatch again down the road.
Definitely.
I would rewatch the whole series again. It was very good. Let's start with ranking the series. Where would you rank the series?
I'd have to say the first season and the 5th season are probably my absolute favorite.
I'm gonna have to go with season 5 is probably my all-time favorite. I really enjoyed season 7 a lot, so it's kind of up there with 5 for me. But 1 holds a place in my heart because that was the beginning, it was the start of it all and everything. But when it comes down to the season that probably lacked the most, probably season 4 for me, to be honest. Season 4 probably
Yeah,
lacked
it
one.
had its really good episodes.
It did. Don't get me wrong, it's not a season that you can just skip over.
No,
There's stuff
no,
in there
no.
you do need to know for future episodes and everything. It is a fun season, but it just as far as story and stuff like that, it lacked the most out of all of them because each one had a big point or a big reveal at the end, and this one just kind of felt like it was just kind of holding you on for something that was a little lackluster. I definitely felt like the way that one ended was like, I remember when it ended, because they ended, like, the season finale was literally like the second episode before the finale. So the finale, even though the finale is very important to season 5, it just felt like, as a first-time viewer, is the weirdest thing ever. So like I remember looking at them, I'm like, that's it? Like, I was like, the episode before this felt like the finale. I want to add to season 2. I hated, well, I wouldn't say I hated, but there was a character in there I hated so much because it became an a-hole.
Oh, yeah. Well, you never really liked that character much anyways.
I never really liked that character, which is the reason why I will not watch a spin-off Winky Face.
And honestly, I would argue that season 6 is kind of like that as well. It's more of like a campy, kind of goofy season.
Season 6 is a very, very, very strong Willow arc season.
There's a lot that happens, and at first you don't know where it's leading to mostly because of the villains. You're just like, okay, where is this going? Is this going anywhere?
Yeah.
But then the final, I would say,
6
episodes are like
they hit you hard.
Really hard.
Right in the gut too.
Yeah.
I thought it did end well. It ended on a high note. They could have ended, had a little bit more to the ending, just a little bit more of like a time lapse of like where the characters are now, because it just kind of like they saved the day and then it just kind of ended. But it was good.
It ends with kind of like with a hope that you haven't felt in a while.
Long time.
Well, because the final season, the big bad is like probably one of the toughest things that they've ever had to face.
I was probably the most scared this season because of how the big bad was.
It just gets so complicated in season 7, and not in a bad way. Like
nah.
No, it's more of like they don't know what they're up against. They don't know how to fight what they're up against. It's just such a stressful season because you don't know how it's gonna go.
I don't know, the big bad in, what was it, season 5? The girl? Glory
was hard.
Woo! Yeah, I would argue 5 and 7 probably have the strongest villains.
Definitely. Well, see, honestly, season 5 will always be my #1 favorite.
I agree. It really was so well done. I was not expecting it. And the ending of that season will blow you away.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I like season 3 too. The big bad in that one's kind of fun.
He was fun. And the fact that in season 7, they brought back a lot of our villains and characters because the big bad could shapeshift. it was really cool to bring back a lot of these characters and see
It
them
was
again.
cool.
And
Yeah.
it was fun. It just kind of gave you this nostalgic feel. And the fact that the final season took it back to where it all began was at the high school. Like the high school, it went back to the high school for the season finale, and
Yeah.
it was so much fun. It wrapped the series together as a whole, and it was well crafted. Absolutely loved it. Definitely recommend, highly recommend. Easily a 10 out of 10. Let's have that kind of roll us into the next thing. Favorite characters.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go straight off with Xander. That's my boy. I love Xander. He was exactly like me as a high schooler. He was goofy, he was silly, he was funny, he was immature. But as the story and the series progressed, he still kept some of that energy and that that goofiness to him. But he also matured as a character a lot.
He did.
And
He
so
had a lot of
it
character
just
growth,
reminded
too.
me of me quite a bit. I love Xander, absolutely, hands down. Xander was probably the heart of the show.
Yeah, he's definitely the heart. He's that level head, the heart,
Yeah.
the comedy relief. He's really
good.
kind of everything all in one.
Yeah.
And Spike is definitely he's my favorite character, by far my favorite character ever since he first appeared in season 2. And Ryan, actually, before Spike's story arc really kind of takes off, he was like, "Why do you like this guy?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, just wait. And then
I didn't like him.
eventually, you see Spike grow.
So I'm just like, what do you see in this guy? He's an asshole.
Ooh, you better bleep yourself. He has a lot of character growth as well.
Absolutely.
I really like that. Like, all of the characters grow during the season.
Yeah, they
Don't
all
get
do.
me wrong.
But Spike had the most
I
growth.
feel like he had the most
He
growth
did have the
because
most
he had a lot more lessons to learn.
Yeah, and he came so far.
So far.
From season 2 to 7,
Oh
so
man,
far.
it gives me chills. Like
I
how,
know.
like thinking about how he was in season 2 versus how he was in season 7.
Right.
Like there is so many, like it's
insane.
crazy, the character growth and the learning experiences, and it's really fun because you get to watch him like thinking over, like somebody will be like, well, that's bad. And he's just like, why? And then they explain it, and then he's like, oh. And then I would have to argue that Willow's probably my second favorite character.
Willow is a very fun character.
I
She's that
love
like
her.
ditzy kind of.
She's intelligent, but she's
she is-
goofy.
Yeah, she's that type of girl that they call like accident prone or something. You know what I mean?
I definitely really enjoy Allison playing Willow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like her. I've liked her in everything I've
Yeah,
ever seen her in.
absolutely. And I mean, to be honest with you, like everybody on the show, the casting was on point.
Hardcore
It really
on
was.
point.
It was on point. I mean, props to Sarah Michelle Gellar, the girl, the legend, the Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole series. Of course, can't forget about her. She's absolutely been incredible in the
Love Sarah
whole
Michelle Gellar.
series, and everything she's done is always fun to watch her in.
Definitely.
But yeah, just everybody was incredible. The guy who played Giles, Anthony Head, was
I
incredible.
love Anthony.
He's incredible, and he was in that Repo the Genetic Opera, which she actually got me into, which was a lot of fun, which I highly recommend if you have not seen it. But back to Buffy.
Oh my gosh. Giles is probably my third favorite character.
He was a lot of fun. He was great.
He
great.
was that
really came
fatherly
in.
type.
He was a father figure to Buffy because I mean this really
He was a father figure to all of them.
all of them, and his relationship with Spike, of course. Whenever Spike started, it was just great. Like everything was just absolutely hilarious. Like.
Yes.
I mean, it had its dark times, it had its very serious, it had its emotional, but it also had its funny, goofy times and everything.
Yes.
Like, just be prepared when you go into this series to, like,
Cry.
cry.
Whether it be because of sadness or because you're laughing so hard.
Yes.
You're gonna cry.
You're gonna cry. I wasn't expecting it. She's like, you're gonna cry. I'm like, nah, there ain't no way. I'm not that invested into it. But then after one season, I was getting invested, and then as it went on, I'm just like, more Buffy, more Buffy. We need to have Buffy every single day.
He would talk about it all the time.
Yeah, in
All the
between our
time.
Buffy Thursdays and Mondays, within that 7 days, that 1 week time span, it was like,
It was like we were never gonna watch Buffy again.
yeah, I'm just like, when's it coming back? When can we go? Can we go tonight? Is your mom free tonight? Can we go tonight?
Yeah, he drove me crazy just a little bit. But I would like to tease him
Yeah.
about certain things that would come up
She
and
would
not tell
tease
him.
me. She'd be like, oh, Spike's about to get it. And I'm like, get what? You'll see.
The start of season 5 is whenever a
Oh, you
certain
really-
character.
You really teased me on that one.
Yeah, I did. Basically, I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but me and my mom like completely pranked Ryan for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah. Something happens that gets just like added into these people's lives that wasn't there before, basically, without
Yeah.
getting into too much detail.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this person got makeshifted into all of our characters' lives. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, hey, wait a second, that character wasn't. Is this character new? And then they're like, no, this character's been around this whole time. I'm like, wait, what? Really? Oh. I guess he has. I guess so. Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah.
I would have recognized this face in the other 4 seasons, right? You think I would have. But they tricked me so good that I'm like, well, you know what? I guess she was in the other. Yeah, she was. I guess so.
Me and my mom, we have really great poker faces.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They got me a lot. They tricked me a lot.
You're just easy.
I am. Gullible.
Super gullible. Like, gullible's written on the ceiling and he'd look up. See?
Huh?
Yeah.
It is up there, though.
I'm not gullible.
You guys see that? Look, it's up there. See, look.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna mess up our frame.
Gullible. Did I mess up our frame? Hold on, let me check. Oh man, I messed it up.
I told you.
It was just a fun series from beginning to end. As a whole, absolutely loved it. Started off really well. This new girl in a brand new town, meeting new friends, and she happens to be the Slayer. And then over time becomes more than friends with these people, become family, and their bond strengthens. And literally by the end of the season, you have an entire family fighting together side by side to put an end to this evil, to the hellmouth that resides below.
Yeah.
Brain fart. Where does hellmouth reside?
Sunnydale.
Sunnydale! Brain fart, guys. That was Sunnydale. We're going to
How do
Sunnydale.
you forget that?
I had a brain fart. It
Oh
happens.
my gosh.
Have you ever had a brain fart?
Not
Where
that
you just
bad.
almost, oh my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. I'm just going to do the rest of the review like this.
Oh.
It's probably one of my favorite all-time series now. I'm more of a movie guy than a TV show guy. Current ones that are on now, obviously The Walking Dead. I used to watch Dexter, but they just kind of like let that show do one of these. They took my Dead Zone TV show from USA and let it just do literally one of these. They just canceled the series, didn't even let it end. So like I've always had a hard relationship with TV shows. It's hard to get into some. It's also when you do get into it and then they just let you down. So for me, it's really hard for me to get into TV shows in general. So I absolutely loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer from beginning to end.
Buffy
So
is
good.
in my top 5 favorite TV shows. I'm like you. I have a difficult time getting into TV series.
Like Game of Thrones, don't beat me up on this, people.
Oh,
Game
gosh,
of Thrones,
I'm
I
sorry.
cannot get into it. Game of Thrones is dead to me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna probably lose some subscribers and gain some haters over that, but I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
I tried Game of Thrones. I watched the first half of the first season and I just could not get into it. But my favorite shows, like I love Supernatural, which we're actually starting tonight.
Don't talk Game of Thrones?
No.
No?
Will you shut up?
Oh,
Goodness. And I'm really excited because that's my all-time favorite.
I love
I
Supernatural.
love Supernatural. Ever since like the very first season, I've just been hooked.
Well, that's another first timer for me. So
You
we'll see
trusted me on Buffy,
that. I did trust you on
so
Buffy.
you can trust me on Supernatural.
And then obviously, the vlog wouldn't be complete without, positive thoughts of the day. So that's where we're going to wrap up our Buffy. We're going to get into positive thoughts today. And then we're going to close that vlog out, guys. All right? Because it's probably your favorite time for the vlogs when we close it out so that way you don't have to watch our faces. But, there's an easy way to avoid that. Just don't even watch it all. Actually, just kidding. Just stay here. Don't click out. We just lost one. It's cool. That's all
Well,
right.
that's what you get for telling him to go.
That's all right. Don't be afraid to dream. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
No, you don't get to read one sentence and then pass off 2 paragraphs. You read it.
Remember that a wish can take you anywhere. Your dreams were made to soar. Let your spirit dance in every waking moment.
Every day comes bearing gifts. Hold each promise in your hands. Within you is your very own universe. A bit of stardust is blowing your way. Follow your learnings. Listen to the whispers of your soul.
Absolutely, everybody. Follow your dreams. Don't be afraid to soar and dream big, guys. Honestly, if your dreams do not scare you, they're not big enough. Put your mind to it. Don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, including yourself, tell you that you're not good enough, that you're worthless, any of this, that your stuff is never going to make it, or that whatever you do in life isn't going to go anywhere.
You are your own worst critic.
Absolutely.
Don't let yourself hold you back.
You may have a girlfriend, wife, spouse, kids, all this and that, but at some point in the day, they lay down, they go to bed, they go to work, something like that, and at the end of the day, it's just you left alone with your thoughts and your actions, guys, and you have to make sure that you don't allow yourself to hold yourself back, because there's been days where I've held myself back because I was sitting here thinking, well, is this really going to be worth it? Is anybody even going to like this video? Blah, 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 and then I would just put it aside and not work on it, but then I'd go back and be like, you know what? I got people out there who do watch it, regardless if it's only like 2 people who absolutely love my stuff and follow me. There's 2 people that I know I'm making happy and look forward to my videos and look forward to our message every single day. And that's what we're here to do, guys. Like I said, you know, it's positive thoughts, a better outlook on life, guys. We're gonna try to make you smile, happy, laugh, get rid of all the negativity in life, because we don't need that. No negativity here. Get rid of that negativity. We don't need that. And there's gonna be your positive thoughts for today, everybody. And thank you so much for watching and joining us. I didn't mean to.
Anyways.
Buffy time. All in all, it was a good time. Absolutely loved it. Hope you guys enjoyed this small little review of the whole series in general. I know we didn't get too deep into a lot of it.
Well, and if you guys want like a more in-depth like spoiler review or something, let us know.
No, I don't do that because that's more work for me. No, still listen to her.
In the future, or maybe a live stream about it, like where we talk about TV shows in general.
Because then I don't have to edit a thing.
Yeah.
I would totally cool with going live talking about TV series without having to edit.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, y'all.
Let us know like what TV shows that you want us to like maybe go over.
Yeah, we'll have to do a live stream.
Yeah, we'll do a live stream about it.
I know how much you guys absolutely loved our live stream when we were on break, so we will definitely do more of those in the future.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it, guys. We think we said everything we need to say for now. You guys are rock stars. Please feel free to like and share.
And comment below.
We will see you all
tomorrow. So we're starting Supernatural tomorrow.
Ooh, we actually starting tomorrow?
We just finished Buffy.
Do that again. You said finish.